Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Crypto Island. We're here. Palm trees behind us. Just chilling. You know how we do. It's Friday. It's Crypto Island Friday.
Yeah, boy.
Let's take a look, see. Oh, and look at that. The crypto market is up for Friday. So perfect weather outside on the LED screen. And yeah, we're just vibing. You know how we do. Morning, Michael, Lyric, Christophorus from snowy Indianapolis. We got palm trees. I don't want to brag or anything, but we got palm trees. Ryan, Sandra. That's right, time to make some money. You're in Pittsburgh. We are not in Pittsburgh. Not anymore. Crypto Island.
Russia.
As you can see, there's palm trees behind us. So yeah, we are in Pittsburgh, but for the sake of this show, we are on Crypto Island.
Mm-hmm.
Crypto Island live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. D&D Investments, good morning. Brian, good morning. Good morning on Crypto Island. All right, what's going on in the world today?
We're going to check it out right now, I think. Yeah.
Also Russia.
Russia. I know.
Yes.
I know. We're on Crypto Island and Russia.
Also Russia.
Also Russia.
See if we can get the
It's not too bad. Actually.
SEO going a little bit there.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's check the news this morning. Threat of nuclear war sparks uptick in searches for potassium iodine pills. According to Camel, that's quite the brand.
Man.
One bottle of 180 potassium iodine pills now costs $70, up from $30 just weeks ago. See it. Next. Concerns are growing over the safety of Ukraine's decommissioned Chernobyl nuclear power plant, which was overtaken by Russian forces. That fear is spilling over into consumer goods across the globe, with prices for iodine and potassium iodine pills skyrocketing. According to Camel, the price tracking website that for products sold online on Amazon, one bottle of 180 potassium iodine pills now costs $70, up from $30 just weeks earlier. According to Bloomberg, consumer experts noted that most of the panic buying has been seen across Europe, in places like Finland and Norway. However, in the US, Google searches for "Does iodine help with nuclear war?" has risen 1,150% over the past 7 days alone. Anthony Montagues?
Manganese?
Yeah, there we go, thank you. The radiation safety officer with Penn Medicine, Lancaster General Hospital, says stockpiling those pills isn't a solution.
I don't think there's any solution.
I don't think there's any.
If a nuclear blast goes off, just, that's it.
Bunker. This is where if you know a friend with a bunker.
Yeah. Or that, or bunker.
A bunker might help you. Nonetheless, interesting stuff. How fear drives us to all things weird. Next. This country has fallen apart. Our interview has been deleted after being one of the most popular podcast videos in the history of time. I'm out.
I saw that.
You saw this.
I watched it, yeah.
Yeah, I watched it too. And it was just yesterday, actually. So I was like, what is going on? And then you couldn't find it. And
he didn't even say anything, though.
Nothing.
He was like, in the election, which we did very well on, like that. He didn't say anything about anything.
Nothing.
Like it wasn't even, yeah, I thought it was, great job, YouTube.
it was stupid YouTube. And Instagram.
Or should I say
I think
Pravda?
they were kicked off of Instagram as well.
Oh, they were?
Yeah. So I'm like, it's just trying to hold back the tide, It's not going to work, but.
I don't understand. Who's in charge at YouTube? That like...
Can we get a picture of the guy who's in charge of YouTube? If it's the
They
same
would
guy
do
that I
way
think it
better
is.
in, communist China.
They would.
They would.
They would.
They would fit right into the regime, wear their uniform every single day, march
true.
down the street in the morning, and just,
It's true.
But this is America. This is the land of freedom.
It is. Next. Oh, there we go. Obianinju Ikiocha. This is indefensible and unconscionable, and it is also the natural progression in a society that has embraced abortion. Maryland bill effectively decriminalizes neglecting newborns to death.
What?
Yeah. So if an abortion is not successful, the child will be left there to die. Like, just left on the cold metal table to die. That's what this bill does. It's pretty sickening.
What is wrong with people?
But the thing is like it's the open door, right? As soon as you allow like abortion or euthanasia or whatever into a society, you normalize it, then this kind of crap comes down the pike.
So if you don't want your kid at 3 years old, just kill him.
Yeah. At some point.
Let's see the video, the YouTube CEO.
Oh yeah, let's see it. That's a pic. Oh dear.
Wow, you
Everything
guys
makes sense now.
did pick the most horrible one.
Oh gosh. Well, there you go.
Wow.
It all makes sense.
All right, there we go.
Next. I mean, all right, let's see what he means. Blow those things up. Exclusive Facebook and Instagram to temporarily allow calls for violence against Russians. Let's go to the next picture, shall we?
Wow.
Facebook allows praise of neo-Nazi Ukrainian battalion if it fights Russian invasion. The reversal raises questions about Facebook's blacklist-based content moderation, which critics say lacks nuance and context. This is about the Azov battalion. And let's go to the second tweet in the thread. From Max Sadon, Russia is moving to ban Instagram, which seemed inevitable, and wants to have Meta, the parent company, declared an extremist organization. Even if the context of wartime repression is astonishing, it basically likens Facebook to Al-Qaeda. We're not saying here at CTM that it is Al-Qaeda, but there's some things that Facebook lets slide on the extremist front that, this could be justified. Next. The mayor thinks she's on the right side of history, and yet, Idaho mayor says state bill banning genital mutilation for minors endangers kids.
What?
We'll just leave it there for now. Next. Let them drive Teslas is the Democrats' equivalent to Marie Antoinette's let them eat cake. Next. Outrageous from Amnesty International. Israel shouldn't exist as a Jewish state. Amnesty International USA director tells Democratic group. I just thought this was very interesting. Amnesty has come under fire a lot in the last 6-7 months and is consistently saying something stupid. So this month, this is what we get. There you go. There's the news for this morning.
Wow, I'm baffled.
Some really bizarre,
I know.
weird news. Today was a weird news day.
That is weird.
It's like up here, over here.
Everything that logically shouldn't make sense. Mm-hmm. These people, I don't even know how they justify that stuff in their mind. I don't understand.
It is a veil.
I guess.
Weirdos.
Michael that's right, Michael. That picture does say, I'd like to see a manager. I guarantee you every store she goes to, I'd like to see a manager. She looks exactly like every YouTube video I've ever seen of somebody at McDonald's saying, I want to see the manager.
Karen.
You're right. Oh,
That's
man.
True. That's true.
Good morning, Tanya from Texas. Welcome to Check the Market. Doug, how's it going?
Michael. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's see what's going on in the economy, markets. Rivian stock sinks after EV maker says it expects to deliver a modest 25,000 vehicles this year. So Rivian,
Wow.
which Elon Musk rightfully made fun of last year when they had their IPO. How is a company worth 70-something billion with only, 7,000 vehicles on pre-order, whatever it is. Now their stock sinks because they won't be able to deliver on their promises, just like every other EV maker out there. Let's see it. Let's see who they're going to blame for it. Shares of Rivian Automotive tumbled in after-hours trading Thursday after the company missed Wall Street's fourth quarter earnings expectations and forecast a modest increase in vehicle production for 2022. Shares of the electric vehicle automaker were down more than 13% after earlier hitting a new 52-week low Thursday. Rivian says it expects to produce 25,000 electric trucks and SUVs this year as the startup battles through supply chain constraints and internal production snags. That would be just half of the vehicle production forecast to investors last year as part of its IPO roadshow. So from now on, I'm going to be way more careful when I look at these IPOs. What are they projecting? Is that even possible? In the immediate term, we are not immune to the supply chain issues that have challenged the entire industry. Those issues, which we believe will continue to last through at least 2022, have added a layer of complexity to our production ramp-up, the company said in a letter to shareholders. Rivian said reservations for its vehicles have reached about 83,000 as of March, up from 71,000 in December. Continue. A planned increase in production will come alongside an adjusted operating loss of $4.75 billion and capital expenditures of $2.6 billion this year, the company forecasted Thursday when reporting its fourth quarter results. Here's how Rivian performed during the quarter compared with analysts' estimates as compiled by Refinitiv. Their loss per share was $2.43 versus $1.97, and revenue was $54 million versus $60 million expected. So are all these electric vehicle companies going to be able to pull through, or is this just a dream? That's the good question, especially now since all the legacy car makers are working on electric vehicles like Ford, GM, Daimler, BMW, Volkswagen. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see how many of these companies are going to be around within the next 2 years. The ones that IPO'd and the ones that had SPACs last year. Continue. And next. The man who moved the crude oil market Wednesday. I thought this was interesting. This is from a couple of days ago. I read this article this morning, so I wanted to share it with you. Let's see it. The crude oil action market is going to open in 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. All right. There we go.
Making up for lost time.
The Dow Jones is up 179 points. The NASDAQ is up 115 points. And the S&P 500 is up 25 points. So, markets up this morning. Cryptocurrencies on Crypto Island is also up 0.35%. Bitcoin up over 1%. Ethereum up almost 2%. Let's see what XRP is doing. XRP almost 2%. Not too bad. Shiba Inu up 0.5%. For all those of you who are still holding it, I'm glad I sold mine when I did. All right, let's see that article. Michael. I mean, that bell is loud here too. I can't imagine if you have like headphones in. The crude oil market is pulling back Wednesday following a historic run that saw oil trade to 13-year highs amid supply disruptions in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Veteran trader Mark Fisher, from Fisher Investments, may have played a role in Wednesday's sudden sell-off. We were going to 120 even without Ukraine, Fisher said Wednesday around noon on CNBC. What's happened there is just fast-forwarded the whole script. Fisher said people are worried about supply constraints on commodities. Whether it's perceived or real, worry has led to significant runs in oil. No one panics until everyone panics. And then when everyone panics, that's when you see these crazy spikes. Can we go back down to $15 or $20 from here? Yeah. But do we go to 200? I'm not in the White House. I have no idea. Continue. Interesting that he said it that way. When asked if he was still long oil, Fisher highlighted the risk-reward potential of the trade. Buying the back of the curve and holding is a better risk-reward trade than going ahead and buying the front of the board. at this point in buying, spot crude. Fisher said, suggesting that crude oil prices may be overstretched in the near term. He told CNBC he expects OPEC to increase supply in response to the Russia-Ukraine conflict, adding that he believes $80 is as low as oil will go. I think the days of seeing crude sub $80 for an extended period of time are over. I think the bottom of the market is $80, which is still very high. After Fisher predicted a supply response from OPEC and suggested that current oil prices aren't sustainable near term, crude prices collapsed and he was cut out of the interview. Wow, interesting.
Somebody struck a chord.
Continue.
Jeez.
It's Christopher's birthday today. Bethany just said, happy birthday. Well, happy birthday, Christopher's. From Check the Market and Check the News, we wish you a very happy birthday. Continue. There are not many people who move crude, and he did, said Joel Elconin, co-host of Benzinga's pre-market prep show. Elconin, who was watching the NYMEX futures at the time, noticed a steep decline, quickly followed by a $6 rebound. The crash in oil futures Wednesday was an instance of backwardation, which occurs when the price of an underlying asset is higher than the price at which the asset is trading in the futures market. When Fisher regained the connection to the interview, he told CNBC that he cut out while making a trade, but refrained from providing any details. Nice. He's just out. He's done. Like, I'm out. I'm trading now. Continue. So there you have it. Fisher cuts out, oil crashes, Fisher returns, and it goes back up.
That's great.
We need to have him on CNBC more often, see how low we can bring this. Next. And next. Ford ties up with PG&E to pilot bidirectional EV charging as power source for homes. So let's see it. Ford is partnering with PG&E Corp to introduce a bidirectional charging feature in its electric vehicles, Reuters reported on Thursday, citing the Californian utility firm's chief executive officer, Patty Pope. The pilot partnership is aimed to test Ford's soon-to-be-launched F-150 Lightning's potential to power homes as well as connect to the grid, according to the report. Bidirectional charging lets electric charge travel both ways, allowing EV owners to pull power from the grid or use it as a backup to power their homes or businesses with specific loads. Continue. The pilot is being tried out with PG&E customers as capable of providing power to a home for 3 to 5 days. Ford did not respond to Benzinga's request for comment. So, I think this is interesting. Right? Where they can charge the home. So what you can do is, if they shut down all the, nuclear power, all the gas power plants in California, then you can drive to Nevada, power up your truck, drive back to California, and then have your truck power your home.
Jeez.
Which is, that's exactly what Newsom's plan is.
You think so?
No. So there you have it. Ford making moves. I haven't heard anything like this from Rivian or NIO or any of the others. So they're actually innovating, which is good. Next. Exclusive Ukraine halts half of world's neon output for chips, clouding outlook. So the Ukraine is one of the largest producers of neon gas, which is a critical element in the production of chips, computer chips, semiconductors. Let's see it. Ukraine's two leading suppliers of neon, which produce about half the world's supply of the key ingredient for making chips, have halted their operations as Moscow has sharpened its attack on the country, threatening to raise prices and aggravate the semiconductor shortage. Some 45 to 54% of the world's semiconductor-grade neon, critical for the lasers used to make chips, comes from two Ukrainian companies, Ingas and Cryoen. According to Reuters calculations based on figures from the companies and market research firm TechSet, global neon consumption for chip production reached about 540 metric tons last year. Both firms have shuttered their operations, according to company representatives, as Russian troops have escalated their attacks on cities throughout the Ukraine, killing civilians and destroying key infrastructure. The stoppage cast a cloud over the worldwide output of chips already in short supply after the coronavirus pandemic drove up demand for cell phones, laptops, and later cars. Actually, no, that's not what happened. The firms scaled back production because there were lockdowns, because the governments forced lockdowns. So that's what happened. Continue. I'm getting upset with this narrative that they're still trying to push. Continue. Reuters. While estimates vary widely about the amount of neon stocks chip makers keep on hand, production could take a hit if the conflict drags on, according to Angelo Zeno, an analyst at CFRA. If stockpiles are depleted by April and chip makers don't have orders locked up in other regions of the world, it likely means further constraints for the broader supply chain and inability to manufacture the end product for many customers. Before the invasion, Ingas produced 15,000 to 20,000 cubic meters of neon per month for customers in Taiwan, Korea, China, the United States, and Germany, with about 75% going to the chip industry. The company is based in Mariupol, which is right next to Crimea on the south of Ukraine, which has been under siege by Russian forces. On Wednesday, Russian forces destroyed a maternity hospital area and blah, 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 and all the other stuff that they did. Continue. Switzerland. The land that inflation left behind. Good old Switzerland, where you can stash your cash. Let's see it. While the rest of Europe grapples with surging prices, in Switzerland inflation is so tame that some key costs are actually falling. The price of healthcare, a big chunk of Swiss household budgets, dropped by 0.5% on the year in February, when overall inflation hit 2.2%. That was the highest inflation rate since 2008, but still only a fraction of the levels other industrialized countries face. Isn't that crazy? So what are the Swiss doing different? Let's see it. Continue. A combination of factors lies behind Switzerland's modest price pressures, consumers demanding better deals, an energy mix that leaves the country less exposed than others to soaring oil and gas costs, wage restraint, and some protection against import price inflation from the strong franc. Certainly, part of the reason for low Swiss inflation is because the cost of living is already so high. One of the aspects of Switzerland is that we tend to have high prices in practically everything when you compare it with our neighbors in Europe. That is true. You go to McDonald's there.
Yeah.
It's like gourmet meal prices. Yeah. 25 franc for a hamburger.
Yeah, literally. It's like Norway and Sweden and everywhere else. It's like crazy.
Man. Or you can just walk right across the border to Germany and get it for like 8-9 euros.
Yeah, a third of the price.
Yeah. Savvy Swiss consumers have found some workarounds. An hour's drive from Zurich, just across the border into Germany, a cottage industry of delivery address firms has sprung up, charging Swiss customers a small fee to hold goods they order at bargain German prices and later collect. Continue. That is what my dad does. It's true. Bethany just said it. That actually happened because we were in Constance, which is a city at the Swiss border. Okay. And we were in the Swiss area of Constance, and we're like, you know what? No, we're not doing that. We're going back to Germany, and we're gonna get our ice cream there. It's the same company. We're gonna charge. We're gonna pay half price.
The price. Oh, jeez. People.
Continue. Also, yes, it is illegal to take pictures of Switzerland. That's what I told Bethany.
What?
We were on the German side, and she was taking pictures of the mountains. I was like, whoa, what are you doing? You can't take pictures of Switzerland. It's illegal.
That's awesome.
And she believed me.
And she believed you.
She did. 10 minutes went by, and she asked my mom. She was like, is it illegal to take pictures? Who told you that, Patrick? All right, keep going. People come here because they can buy at favorable prices, said entrepreneur Mandy Klein, a German who started her delivery business from her home in 2009 and owns 2 depots in the picturesque lakeside. Oh, look at that, Constance.
Constance, there you go.
The brisk delivery trade in Constance shows Swiss households drive to reduce their living costs wherever possible. Even so, how very German of them. Eurostat figures show the price level for household consumption expenditures was still 60% higher in Switzerland in 2020 than the Euro area average. The upshot is that the consumer groups, fed up of Switzerland being a high-price island, have lobbied for political action, which resulted in 2 legislative changes from the beginning of this year to give households a better deal. So Switzerland has no inflation because everything is already so high. So the US should just drive to Mexico to get all their stuff. Would that drive prices down?
Possibly.
Interesting. Switzerland is just...
If you come
Europe's
back.
so small. You know, it's not like we could drive to Mexico to get fill up
True.
the tank
That's
gas.
true. And I don't
so,
think you would come back.
Yeah.
Just saying.
All right, let's take a look at some stocks to research. I have 2 for you today. One that I just bought a little while ago. The Dow, D-O-W, Dow Inc. is a global chemical company that produces and distributes various chemical products, including polyolefins, chlor-alkali products, packaging, and coatings. It's off its 52-week high of $71 at around $60. It has a dividend yield of around 4.62%. Its earnings have been pretty good lately, although income growth has been a little sluggish since 2019. It has a book value and PE ratio that's well below the industry mean, so it could be considered inexpensive. Shouldn't have any problem servicing its debt. It's a company that a lot of investors... Thank you, I appreciate that. The risks include cyclical nature of the most chemical products. However, due to it being an industry leader, it should be one of the lesser hit companies if there is a downturn. So in downturns, these are the kind of companies that hedge funds and other people invest in. And so, with the market being volatile as it is, I was looking for something a little more secure that trades within a range so I can trade some options on it. So that's one that I bought into. Dow, D-O-W, it's fairly low risk. And it has a 4.62% dividend, which, compared to the average was like 1.5%. That's actually pretty good. Medium risk, CBRL. CBRL. Cracker Barrel, Old Country Store. Good old Cracker Barrel. It's engaged in the operation and development of the Cracker Barrel Old Country Store concept. It's basically a restaurant. They have 664 Cracker Barrel stores. The stock is currently trading around $118 a share. It was trading at around $178, so that is a pretty good pullback. It has a 4.41% dividend yield. It's one of the best ones I've seen in the restaurant category. They have they've paid down their debt. They're sitting on a good amount of cash. I like this company. I like this company in the restaurant industry. And if there's one stock that I would pick, I would probably pick this one, CBRL. I'll pick it over Chipotle, and I'd pick it over McDonald's. 4.41% dividend yield, I think that's good. And I think this restaurant could weather any downturns because they haven't changed their prices in a long time.
They never do.
And they're always full. There's always a line, especially Sundays after church. So Cracker Barrel. Revenue growth has not been stellar, but it's been consistent. So just like with Cracker Barrel, just like their food, it's not great, it's consistent.
It's consistent. You always know what you're going to get.
So is their revenue. Exactly. You always know what you're going to get. All right. And then high risk cryptocurrencies. Since it's Friday, we're on Crypto Island, as you can see. The palm trees just swaying.
I feel like if the one has been like scratching your head the whole time.
Swaying back and
great.
forth. Where was I going with this?
I'm not sure. Crypto Island.
That's
Friday.
right, Crypto Island.
There you
I know
go.
I was thinking palm trees and my mind just went to Hawaii for some reason.
Whoop.
So,
There you go.
cryptocurrencies, you can trade those all weekend. And on some of them, you can actually trade them 3x. So if you like risk, if the price of Bitcoin goes up by 1%, it'll go up 3%. So I know on KuCoin, that's where I do it. You can do that where you can trade leveraged Bitcoin. You can trade it at 3x, possibly even up to 5x, I think. I think you can even trade it up to 5x.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not 100% on that, but I think I have seen that. So there So that's what I'm going to do this weekend. So if you want to get into some day trading, I think cryptocurrencies is perfect. You can start off with a little bit, do some day trading, do some charting, look up, how to research charts, how to read charts, and then do that a little bit for cryptocurrencies. And you can do it over the weekend. And you're not bound by like day trading rules or anything like that. So that's why I like cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever
Charles
else.
is asking about XRP or SafeMoon.
XRP or SafeMoon? XRP, definitely. Not SafeMoon. SafeMoon turned out not to be as safe. Dividend, absolutely. So dividends is a percentage that you get back. So it's a percentage of basically what it is. The company brings in revenue and you get a cut of the revenue. So you get a dividend, and it's calculated in percentage of the share price. So if it's 4%, the share price is $100. You'll get per year $4.40, which is way better than any bank account.
Any thoughts on BLMN?
BLMN. Take a look. BLMN. Bloomin' Brands. I'll have to take a look at that one.
Cool.
BLMN. All right. And it is Friday, Crypto Island Friday. So if you invest in Revival today, we'll give you an opportunity to do that now. Here's the ways to give on the screen. There you go. Hashtag donate on Facebook. Text RT to 50155. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. And since it is Crypto Friday, our favorite way to give on Crypto Friday is crypto. There you have it.
And there's a new offer today.
Is there?
There is a new offer today. It's a new shirt.
All right, let's see it.
Are we doing the new shirt today?
Oh, that's for Check the News?
Darn.
It's... I mean, yeah, no. If it's for Check the News.
It's for Check the News. Darn. Thought it was for today. There we
It's
go.
for yeah, absolutely. So if you make sure you claim your offer, and we'll send that I'm safe, but you can still catch these hands. That's a great one.
I had no idea what that meant. I had to get somebody to explain it to me. And then it was funny. I thought it was cultured, and then,
Yeah. So
awesome.
there you have it. That's what we'll send you as a thank you. You can also send us a check. Revival Today, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, Pennsylvania, 15329. Then don't forget to claim your offer. You can also call us 412-446-2332. And we'll see you again on Tuesday. Go out there, make some money. And we'll see you all on Tuesday. Have a great weekend from Crypto Island.